Welcome back to the Blueprints. We are now on day 17. I am so excited because last episode we finally touched the antechamber. We weren't able to get in because we didn't have the keys, but we were able to touch it. Both the bow door and the locked room is the issues that we had to deal with. We are now getting closer and closer to solving this mystery, learning more and more names as the game goes on. Pretty soon, we are going to be there, and I can't wait to see how this game is going to end up. A couple episodes ago, we have now unlocked the side path here. We have gotten a side room that gives us a couple different options when we draft it. Today's choices of the schoolhouse adds 8 classrooms to today's draft pool. The shelter. Shelter protects you from negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted, or the hovel. Special floor plans now cost an additional step instead of the diamonds. Last time we ran out of steps. We were hurting for keys and diamonds the whole time, and we ended up running out of steps when I realized, oh yeah, I have this room back here to do trade for items. We do still have the key card, thankfully, that we can use if we need it. So I'd rather not use the hovel just yet. So we have the choice of the shelter or the schoolhouse for today. Not too afraid of most of the red rooms. Most of the red rooms, while they do detriments and stuff like that, we have been pretty much able to handle them. And I'm kind of curious as to what the classrooms could be. So I think we're going to do the schoolhouse for today. Wonder what kind of juicy lore is in here. That is now 2 flames we've lit. I don't know if we need to do all 4 to unlock something. So maybe it's something that's drafted in there. Closing address. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. As meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spend our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epstein, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my class those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision that I dared not even dream. That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Miss Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end all my praise of her here, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps in building Reddington yet another school, and for also allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today, whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace. And yet, what is all the peace in the world if you do not have one to bestow demerits upon? Thank you for sincerely, my time here has meant the world to me, and if I am still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at a slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end. Remember to give Miss Peterson her gift. I love the absolute in-game storytelling of this game. Learning all these details through letters and notes and in-game lore has been such a blast. Let's go see what schoolhouses are. Okay, so the strategy still continues. Try to get as many green runes as possible. The green rooms seem to be the good that give us the bonuses. Hallway, parlor, library. I'm going to keep building those hallways. They've been so helpful. Hallway, then corridor. Spare room, library, kitchen. Okay, so our first bet is to go through this way. I don't think we have a book yet. So far, we've read the Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, the Swimbird, the Fixed Stars. Last episode, we read the History of Ordania, EPCW Pump System User Manual. If we're lucky, we will also get the delivery room today to see what the package was. The weight room, the observatory, or the foyer. Well, we already have 5 gems, and we haven't used the foyer yet. I don't want to lose 30 some odd steps. Or the observatory will just loop us around right now. So, hallways are always unlocked. Trying to remember to look up to look at the ceilings because I never know what's going to be up there. Lord William Epstein, Baron Thomas Sinclair, Major Nicholas Key the Fourth, Count Isaac Gates, Baron Edwin Sinclair, J. Ariana. I can't interact with anything in here. We only know who some of these people are through letters. Okay. Hallway, corridor, or pantry. Sticking with my guns and getting as many hallways as possible. Storeroom, closet, or security? Last run, we had managed to get a hold of a couple of upgrade security rooms. Unfortunately, I never got a computer to put it on. Alright, nothing in the building yet. Let's double back. We can do a dead end area. The den, the furnace, or the first classroom. While drafting a classroom, you may draw new floor plans one time for each classroom in your house. Well, I think we're going to pick den. We'll get another gem back. And then the last one will be a dead end room. Mailroom. Our package has been delivered. Customer copy, packing slip, the Sinka Company. Date packed 11/22 by K. Thompson, Department 604. Items included in this order: 1 sleeping mask, 1 magnifying glass, 2 keys. Wonder how often we'll be able to do that. Alright, now I can look at this with the magnifying glass. Apparently we can collect stamps. I don't know if there's anything else in this room. Yeah, for the one puzzle. What's this say? Did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Denny Unveils lost his job because he was caught stealing mail? Wonder how that's going to tie into everything. Okay. A corridor, the spare room, or a classroom. I'm terrified by how many gems we're going through already in this, but I'm hoping that we'll be able to come across more. So I think we're going to take the classroom and see what's in there. We just drafted these with today's standards. Can you find the difference? Huh. Color worksheet. Fill out each object below with the correct color. Blue, green, yellow, orange, red, and purple. I guess those are the 3 flags that we read in the previous history. Or the 3 countries. And then I'm looking at this. I don't roughly know. It looks like a map of some sort. Grade 1. Okay. Benny. Got a B+. Blue, green, yellow, red. Each color is only used twice. 10 out of 12. Okay. So, each color is only used twice. Ten out of 12. It means he got 2 wrong. Saying blue, blue. Purple, purple. Oh, it's 3 blues, 3 reds. 1 green, 1 orange, 1 yellow. Or 2 orange, 1 yellow. Nine out of 12. Okay. Caleb must really like red. Okay. Pantry, corridor, passageway, or we can redraw. Kind of want to use the passageway, but I don't want to use up our last 2 gems just yet. Can't remember if the redraw is because it's the classroom or if we'll have more redraws. So I think I'm going to hit it just to see what we can get. Storeroom, parlor, or nook. Parlor is the only choice out of that one. Hallway, courtyard, or pool. Add a locker room, sauna, and pump room to today's draft pool. Kind of want the courtyard because we got to stick with the green ones. We don't have the shovel just yet. The moment we get the shovel, we can always come back to this room. Just got the sledgehammer for the locked chests. First locked room. A pantry, nook, or commissary. I think we'll take the pantry. Okay, storeroom, hallway, or locksmith. Hoping for another green room before we get a dead end. Don't have enough, so it looks like this is our first dead end. The broken lever. We needed that for one of the green rooms that was attached to the wall. Alright, do we want to go that way, or do we want to go back further? I think I want to go back further. I want to hit the hallway that's below us. And then, if we make that one a dead-end room... Yeah, if we make this one a dead-end room, then we continue on with the other side. Get 2 items. Every dice. A lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance to finding items. Alright, let's go back to the main entrance hall and take those other hallways now. Guest bedroom, hallway, which can connect everything together, or the classroom. While drafting a classroom, you may draw new floor plans, one time for each classroom in your house. Grade 2. This one helps us, I know, with the billiards room puzzle. They might be the answers to actually to solve those puzzles. Okay. I think I want to go back to the other hallway, just in case we get a dead-end room. I'm gonna have it down there in the corner. Bedroom, bow door, or the locksmith, or we have a chance to redraw. Here's a bedroom. So, from context clues, I think this is probably my mother or my grandmother at this point. Parlor, spare bedroom, patio. We do this, we only get 1 diamond. There's got to be something probably painted behind there that you'll end up getting an item for to see. West Wing Hall, nook, or drawing room. don't want to use our last diamond just yet. Parlor, guest bedroom, garage. Garage will give us 3 keys. We use our last diamond. Parlor will allow us to turn. That way if we go back to the classroom, we can put a dead end spot there. Or we can do the redraw. Chapel, dining room, nursery. Okay, just in case, we will now go back to the classroom. Go up from there. You can hope for a northern facing room. Nook, corridor, passageway. We are capable of redrawing. Chapel, guest bedroom, nursery. Parlor, boudoir, secret passage. We do the parlor, it'll loop back around, and we might be able to get 2 more gems. Or we can use the secret passage to a room of color of our choice, which we could put green. I think I want to save that though. The black box is black. The black box is true. The black box is empty. So this one's true. The black box is black. We can see the black box is black. So, black box is true. Black box is empty. So if this says true, then this is true, then it's empty, and one of these have to be a lie. We know this one is true. So one of these have to be false. So if the black box is false, the black box is not empty. So these two can be lies. Go into black box. It's a 50-50 shot, my logic. Okay. So we can either go back through the courtyard now, or we can try to go north in the dining room. Dining room, we got lucky in last game. We got 30 steps. Because we had the aquarium for the dinner time. This is what I feared. We're going to go back and try the dining room. Chapel, corridor, hallway. Now I want to go around to the courtyard and try the courtyard now. Let me see if we can get a dead end room there. We're definitely going to need something to replenish our steps today. Right away. Okay. Guest bedroom, dark room, or the cloister. We still don't have shovel yet, so I want to save the 3 diamonds just in case. Do the dark room. Gymnasium. Whenever we enter, we lose 2 steps. So now we have 3 options to enter the next room. This could potentially end the run if we don't go in the right way. I think I want to come in from the hallway. We're on a northern facing room. Dead end. Billiards room, which will connect us to a giant loop and soft block us, or the passageway. We got away lucky with the passageway. We're able to connect them all together if we want to. We're going down to 1 gem though. The bunk room, the weight room, or the observatory. It gives us 3 additional steps, directions. Go for 5 steps. We're going to need a key card. Going to need a key card. We can go forward. Corridor, chapel, the pool. Lose a coin, we'll lose our last diamond. Adds locker room, sauna, and pump room to today's draft pool. No items around. Guest bedroom, billiard room, or secret passage. Though we want to use our last diamond. Billiard room will get us 2 keys, or we can get 10 steps. Do the billiard room. We could do a dead end room next to the weight room. We get a special room. Leads to a room of your color of choice, which could be potentially green, but we still don't have the shovel. Additional 10 steps for one more direction that we can go. Okay. Go lose another coin. But this potentially might be the last room that we go to. Bow door, utility closet, music room. We do not have enough coins for the music room. Oh. How many times have we come into this room? I've never come back to this corner. I've always looked and just assumed that it was a dead end. I have the note here. It's what the key code is. 9083. Nine, 0, 8, 3. Enter. Is it in the wrong order, maybe? So I guess the save code isn't the correct number. I wonder if the code changes each time. When I found that code the first time, it was for the first time that this was here. 9083. Trying the different combinations. 9083. I'll have to go back to see where we found the safe code. See what we can find. Go door. Let's see, we can go get the code check. We can get the key and go back to the weight room and try those 2 rooms now. Just gotta make certain that we come back to put the key back in here. Maybe we could put the broken lever in here and hope to get the 1 green room again. Just in case if I don't make it back. Yeah, lose a coin. Furnace, garage, classroom. Okay. No keys, no diamonds. Billiards room, utility closet, commissary. We can do a redraw. Workshop. Some metal detector. Found this page already. First words on the sheets, blank blank message. Find among the white trees blank stones. Burning glass. Can light candles and ignite fuses. can't combine anything else. So how do I use the burning glass? Can light special candles and ignite fuses. And it's locked. Okay. Corridor, archives, classroom. We are out of gems to continue to do classrooms. Corridor is always unlocked. Only room we can draft is the utility closet. So we have no keys or no diamonds. Let's see, what was the note that we got for the vac indicators? Press any button above to activate blue. Okay. We wanted that one red. Press blue indicator next to red to activate purple. 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6th. Okay. 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 So now I have them all purple. Now what happens? Wonder if I want them white. I'm going to turn off the dark room. We're going to go back that way. See what that lit up. And then probably call it an episode. Forgot about the dinner. We hit rank 8. We do also find the key. We'll be able to go up from the workshop. There's a pair of gems, a gem, running shoes, and car keys somewhere in the facility right now. Let's see, Swan Song is the code to get in here. I believe they said something about electronic mail. Can only be accessed in the office. Let's go to the dark room. Looking for a key. I guess it just had a gem in this room. Here's the running shoes. there's no other direction we can go in. So I think we will call this episode here. Unless I can combine the running shoes with something. Nope. Yep, the locked door stopped us. Alright, well this is where we'll end it for today then. Thank you all again for joining me on today's episode. We were able to get to the antechamber today, but we weren't able to touch it like we did last time. The classrooms was the interesting addition. We didn't get as many green rooms as we would have liked. The temporal schoolhouse. Alright, I'll see you all next time. Thank you.